All right, in this video, I'm going to show you if you only had, say, your cell phone handy and you wanted to be able to make changes directly to your files. You didn't have Atom downloaded, but you had an epiphany and you wanted to just throw some code in, or you wanted to change your document directly. You could do that directly from your GitHub. When you go into your repository, you can choose the file that you want to edit. So if I was going to make changes to my about, right now, this is showing what my local computer is tracking changes to. But if I go ahead and I can click on edit this file, it's going to open up and I can choose to add more text to my stuff. So another paragraph. All right, so I made another paragraph. Now I have to commit that change, so I can give a meaningful commit message. Added another paragraph to the main element, and I can commit that change. Now I have that new paragraph in there. If I go to this, I have an additional commit. I am tracking on GitHub. I have one additional commit. I can continue and make commits, as many as I wanted. If I was looking back at my local computer, so I come back to school after I made those changes, or I come back to the computer where I had my original project, if I don't automatically see, and the first thing that you should do every time you come in is make sure that you have the most up-to-date code. So in order to do that, the remote that you ultimately push to, you want to, if it doesn't automatically show up, you want to right-click and you want to click Fetch, and it's going to see if there was any changes. In this case, we see that the repository on GitHub is tracking one additional commit compared to the local computer. So if I want to track that commit on my local computer, I'm going to have to pull down the changes from the cloud down to my local computer. Okay? If I pushed, so let's go ahead and do it and see what it does. If I push, it's going to come up with that my local computer is behind my GitHub because it's one commit behind. So I could pull those changes down and it's going to sync up so that I'm going to see that commit that I added, that additional paragraph in my about page. I can see that. If I choose to force push it, then I'm choosing to overwrite the changes that I made on GitHub and just to keep the changes that I've done on my local computer. Okay, it's destructive if you do that. So if you do it, you need to make sure that that is exactly what you want to do, because you will lose the commits on your GitHub if you force push. It will overwrite it. So using source control is good, but if you have to force push, then you are actually overwriting and you can't get back from that. Okay? So we want to actually pull to bring them in line. So if I pull down, they are both in line. It's showing that they are tracking all the same commits. If I track on this one, it's showing Redbeard41 is actually who authored this. So that's from my GitHub. This would be from my GitKraken account or my local computer. Okay. So we are actually pulling changes and making edits on GitHub is fine as long as the very first thing that you do is you are pulling down those changes. Okay? In the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to clone a repo, and then I'm going to show you guys how to deal with conflicts. If you did not correctly pull down and you made changes on GitHub and your local computer, how to deal with those conflicts.